if your fat loss has, stalled out, or it's, you're staying consistent with your weight scale on your fat loss journey, then I want you to watch this video if you're still trying to cut down and it's just not happening. You're not seeing the scale go down, you're not seeing your measurements change, things like that. And the reason I'm making this video is because I've sort of stalled out, and I can see this because if you've been paying attention to this whole series, I've put a shred sheet down, is what I'm calling it, is where I'm posting my weights every single day, weight loss per week, weight loss changes over the last weeks, and we're at 16 weeks now, so you can see my whole kind of setup of how fat loss actually goes when you're doing it consistently and you're not going crazy overboard trying to tank your weight immediately. We're trying to do this steady, sustainably, and for the rest of your life, hopefully you can keep a lean body and physique. So that's why I'm making this video now, because I have stalled out. The last 3 months, I've been losing pretty consistently about 0.6 pounds of fat. Yeah, that's a lot. It's actually pretty bitch made when I really look at it. But 0.6 of fat consistently is something I'm happy with. I'm just happy I've been sticking with it. My discipline's been on point, and I've been hitting all my goals. And what are those goals? If you've been following along with this series, is you want to hit your protein goals every day. You want to hit your calories. You're going to track your calories. You want to sleep 8 hours a night at least. Stay consistent, have a schedule. You want to get in a certain step goal. My step goal right now is 7,500, and honestly, it's been pretty hard to hit. And so I've been, I got to throw in a walk or two extra every single week so I can hit some of those steps. So if you've been consistent, everything's going really well, but your fat loss has just stalled out and the scale is not moving. Remember, I've also made a video on, the scale actually doesn't really matter when you're trying to lose fat, because there's going to be other signs. So you can watch that video in one of these corners, click that. But if your fat loss has stalled, I'm going to give you a few tips on what to do next. And if you're doing it the right way, you are tracking your calories. And tracking your calories is the biggest indicator. And on my shred sheet that I have made, I've also shown you how many calories that I've been eating. And over the last 3 months, because I've been consistently tracking for over 100 days now consecutively, I have amazing data on what I've been doing, how much protein, how much all my macros I'm hitting, and how much calories I've been hitting. So I've been about just under 2,300 calories for the last 100 days. And I've been losing consistently fat. Like, now I'm not losing a pound of fat every single week, and that's okay. I'm happy with that. I just want consistency, and I just want to get in the rhythm of it, because I want to build this sustainably, and slow progress is the best progress for fat loss in order to maintain. And the fact, and I want you to remember this, the fact that you're stalling out and you're not going up, but you're keeping your calories the same, is a good sign. It means you're still consistent, and that's an amazing thing. And you should be happy that you're not just skyrocketing up because your metabolism's totally fucked. No, you're totally fine. You're gonna recover from this, and these are the best tips I can give you. The first thing I want you to do is, if you've been hitting your calories and you know exactly how much you've been hitting over the last little while, is to drop the calories. What's a good amount? People will say it's a certain amount. You can do 500 calories so you can drop an extra pound of fat. Depending on your weekly fat loss, I would make your adjustment. So if I'm losing 0.6 pounds of fat every single week, and fat is 3,500 calories, that means I'm probably burning about 2,000 calories a week, or I'm in a 2,000 calorie deficit. Not that much. So in order to get that 1 pound fully, I'd have to do at least another 220 calories. If you want to do the math, you can do the math. I'm not going to show the calculations right there. 220 calories at least to make that whole pound of fat loss happen again. What I'm going to do is I'm going to drop at least 250. I'm shooting for 2K calories. So 2,000 calories every single day, still hitting my protein goals and still hitting carbs. The biggest macro I want you to take out is your fats, because likely your fats are pretty high. And by pretty high, I mean, they're over like 50 grams. If they're like over 50 grams, then you can at least drop 20 grams of fat. I think 30 to 40 grams of fat is plenty for someone that is really trying to lose weight and lose fat. And I think it's important that you take it out of fats first, because fats, just on this diet, on your fat loss journey, fats just do not fill you up. I'm sorry, it's just the way it is. A spoonful of olive oil is not gonna fill me up for the 180 calories like an apple and a banana. It's just not gonna do it. So cut out the fats. If you can cut out 20 grams of fats because you've been eating about 60 grams and you're back to 40 grams, then that's 180 calories right there. And then you can drop a few grams of carbs down, okay? Or if you're even leaner, your total mass, your total body is actually lower weight, and now you can adjust your protein goal to be a little bit lower. If I was 200 pounds earlier and I was hitting a 200 gram protein goal, but I'm 185 now, I'm gonna shoot it for 185. So that's cutting down 15 grams of protein. 15 grams of protein times by 4, fuck the math, 60 calories, whatever. It doesn't seem like a lot, but it will show on the scale, and it will show when you do it consistently. And if you've been watching these videos and you're still watching and you're following along on the spreadsheet, then we know you are already consistent, and you just need to make some adjustments because your metabolism's changing, and that's totally sick, man. You're doing a great job, and I'm stoked for you, and I'm stoked for me because I'm gonna get out of this fat loss plateau. So calories first. If you've been tracking diligently, this will be the easiest thing to do. And dropping down 200, 300 calories is gonna be a lot easier than you think, especially if you're not doing too much on the extra. You're not doing too much cardio every single day. If you're doing a lot of cardio already, I would say pull back from the cardio and then drop the calories first and see where you're at there. And then if you want to keep eating the same amount, then you can add in the cardio. I've been loving the rowing machine. Feels so good. Rear delts feel fucking awesome. Back, I don't know, it just feels great. And if you feel like you're on a boat, and that's awesome, and your quads get the love they need, your knees are bent, and everything is just fluid and flowing, and that's a great thing. So first, adjust your calories. Take them away from fat if you can, if you have room to play with. If you're already low fat, then fuck, I don't know what to do. You're gonna have to take it away from carbs, and that's totally fine too. The second thing is add cardio if you're not doing it. If you're not hitting your step goals, increase your step goals by 1,000 steps every single day if you can do that. The third thing is add in cardio 2 to 3 times a week. I don't think you have to do it any longer. 20 minutes, 2 to 3 times a week. Doing something fun you like, playing basketball with your friends, is probably the best option to do. And because it's not gonna even feel like you're gonna do it. But always hit your calorie goal. Hit your calorie goal every single day. Drop it a couple hundred. Keep doing what you're doing. Don't change 20 different things. Don't add cardio and do a calorie cut. And then, because you're just gonna be depleted, you're gonna be tired, your sleep's gonna get fucked up, you're just not gonna, you're gonna feel hungry. And the idea here is to do this fat loss sustainably, slowly, and with the least amount of mental effort as possible, because this is all psychological in this game of fat loss. And that's what I really want to show you and tell you. And so the first thing, drop the calories, do that for 2 weeks, see how it looks like. 250 calories, start with that, see where you're gonna get. I think I'm gonna be about a pound of fat loss every week. And the math seems weird, but I think 250 calories is gonna take me to that pound of fat loss. And then if that's working, great, keep doing that until it doesn't work. And then once that doesn't work, add in cardio, because I don't want you to drop your calories too much. I don't want you to be eating like 1,000 calories a day. That's fucked up. Eat, a consistent amount. 2K calories with my current weight and my height, I'm totally fine with, and that's not gonna put me overboard. I'm not gonna feel like total shit, and that's what really matters. So if you really like this video and if this helped you out and you have any questions on, how to adjust your macros, how to adjust your calories, your workouts, anything like that on your fat loss journey so that you'll be ripped by January 1st, 2026, leave them in the comments. I don't get many, so I have time to answer them. So please go ahead. If you liked it, like and subscribe. Catch you in the next one. Always remember to rep the set.